Dorian is the second mode. It follows Ionian, also known as the major scale. This means it's always easy to find the parent scale of Dorian. The root of the parent scale will be one whole step lower than the root of Dorian. In today's example, I'm going to stick with a very familiar key. I'll be using A Dorian for these examples. The root note is A. So let's find the parent scale of A Dorian together. First, I'll need a guitar. A is on the 5th fret of the big string. What's a whole step below A? So you just go down 2 frets. That equals a whole step. G. G is the parent scale. G major, also called G Ionian. It contains the same notes that are in A Dorian. The only difference is the note that we focus on, G versus A. If you're playing the G major scale, but you're focusing on A, then you're going to hear the kinder, gentle, minor mode called A Dorian. So I'm starting on A, but I'm playing a familiar G major pattern with A as the root. So now we're going to look at the first Dorian pattern most people learn. It is on the 5th fret. It starts with the first finger on A. The notes are A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and A. The scale is spelled 1 or root, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, natural 6, flat 7, and root. I called it a natural 6 because that is the differentiating scale degree. That 6 is the note that's different about this minor scale. It's what really gives Dorian its sound. Now here's something that's very important. Notice that within this Dorian pattern that I just showed you, you can also find the notes of A minor pentatonic. All of the notes of A minor pentatonic are within Dorian. This means that you can jam using all your familiar A minor pentatonic ideas and just drop in these Dorian notes, particularly that differentiating scale degree called the 6th. So if you played a pentatonic pattern and you put in this 6, you're going to hear this. A pentatonic / Dorian flavor. That's a great way to begin using Dorian. Just play A minor pentatonic and drop in that 6th. Practice these patterns of A Dorian, but always look for the underlying pentatonic patterns that you're probably already familiar with. As you practice jamming over some Dorian jam tracks, you can also try these other ideas to really help you capture the sound of the Dorian mode. I just went over one of the concepts, and that is to use the underlying pentatonic framework. But also, we talked about parent scale. If you know the parent scale, then you should borrow ideas from the parent scale, and even borrow ideas from the relative minor of the parent scale. In this case, E minor. That's the relative minor of G major. So you could play A Dorian, you could play G major ideas, you could play E minor pentatonic ideas. Here's another great tip. Combine the arpeggios A minor 7 and B minor 7 for a really cool Dorian sound. Finally, sing the notes that you're playing. If you really want your brain to connect and memorize these sounds and these intervals, sing the notes of the scale that you're playing. Now I'm going to pop out of this video, but before I do, let me just say one more thing about this storm called Dorian. You know, it's shaping up out there in the tropics. We don't know what it's going to do, but I really hope that this storm stays far away from the mainland, and that as it passes over those Lesser Antilles that no damage is done. We're praying for everybody in the path of this storm, and we just want it to go back out to sea and dissipate, you know. But what a cool name for a storm, Dorian. I couldn't help but make this video because I wanted to share with the world all these powerful Dorian tips. Have fun jamming Dorian. I'll show you the A minor 7, B minor 7 thing right now. You want to combine those two arpeggios. Here's one way to do it. A minor 7 and B minor 7. Gives you a nice Dorian sound.